Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Heather and I'm a full-time reseller, and today we have a massive shoe and clothing haul. I did some express shopping this morning. I went to a church rummage sale and a local estate sale and picked up about 65 pieces in around an hour and a half. So a lot of this stuff I didn't comp. I picked up strictly based on style / price. The first sale that I went to was a local church rummage sale. I was probably number 125 in line. I mean, the line wrapped around the entire block. I didn't stand in line. I sat in my car and actually went in at the very tail end and still was able to pick up 23 pairs of shoes plus a couple of miscellaneous items. So we're going to go through these items super quick today so that I can get them washed, laying out in the sun to dry, and listed online before the weekend gets here. I do live in a part of the state where a lot of estate sales and church sales start on Thursdays, so I'm excited that the season is back, and I'm more excited that I went to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning and I still woke up in time to make it to the sale at 9. So let's just get right into it. Shoes at this particular sale were $3 a piece, no matter what size, brand, what have you. So like I said, there was more than 100 people that went in before me, and fortunately, I saw a lot of people walking around with arms full of shoes. It's important to bring bags when you're going to large sales because these people's arms were pretty much maxed out, and I swooped in with my 3 IKEA bags and picked up the remainder of what they left behind. So we have some Nike Air Pegasus, these lovely items. Shoes, these lovely shoes were bedazzled by somebody. There are a few gems missing here, but I do have a friend that does this sort of crafty type thing and has a ton of gems left over, so I'll be hitting her up for that. These are a women's size 8.5. I mean, just lovely, whoopsie, lovely work looking on the bottom, really, really lightly worn. I picked up a ton of Skechers. So we've got this pair of Skechers here. Just need a little wash in the sink. Skechers slip-ins. If you don't know about these shoes do really well. I actually bought a pair for myself at the Goodwill, but these shoes are sturdy enough here that you can literally just slip your foot in without having to bend over. So a lot of seniors and people with mobility issues like these shoes. I don't know if these have ever been worn. I mean, they are very clean on the inside. These are going to be a women's size 8. So really excited to find these. These are going anywhere from like $25 to $40 for me. These need a little bit of love. This is a pair of Skechers golf shoes. I've never seen these before. I don't know. These spikes don't look too impressive to me. I'm not sure how popular these shoes are. This is going to be a men's size 10.5, which is a great size. So I'm gonna thoroughly spray these with some OxiClean and let those sit. And then I do love picking up this brand of shoes. These are SAS shoes, and whomever owned these shoes, it would appear bought them in a lot of different colorways. So we have the brown, and then I've got the red, and besides a little bit of toe creasing, these are very lightly worn. So I'm thinking like $35 to $45 a pair for these. They're gonna be a little bit on the smaller size. Well, they're a size 8. They look a little bit small. A little bit of wear on the laces, but that shouldn't matter so much. This is a really nice leather shoe. So we got the brown pair, the red pair, and then we've got the classic black pair, $3 a piece. These were a steal. Next up, we have some Minnetonka. These maybe were worn once or twice. They actually still have a little tab on them. It's just kind of like a fur-lined booty. I did sell something very similar to this last week, so we're almost into June. People are still buying comfort type items. We've got a pair of Asics. These are also in great, great condition. These should go for 30 plus for me. Another pair of Skechers. Loving the Skechers, and they're selling really well for me. And if you guys have went to personally buy new Skechers in the store, They're like $65 to $85. So people are looking online for Skechers. Another pair of SAS shoes. These are a little bit different style that I have not seen before. These are going to be suede. They're going to need a little bit of love. I'm not concerned about it though. This is a cute, comfortable shoe that somebody is going to love. I picked up a pair of Sanuks. This is a men's shoe. This style of shoe has been doing really well for me. I just sold a pair of Chacos in this style this morning. I picked up these Avias. Avia is not a brand that I usually pick up. Now, besides a little bit of wear, dirt on the bottom of these shoes, these are just in great condition. These are a women's 8.5. I picked these up just based on the colorway and how nice they look. I don't know what Avias go for, but I wouldn't imagine anything less than 20 for those. I picked up these minty looking Brooks. I'm very excited about this pair of shoes. No heel wear, no gook on the inside. The Brooks are going to be a women's size 10. We love the larger sizes. Got a pair of Crocs recently. So I went and I shopped all of the shoes from the front. And then I went around the back and I shopped all of the shoes facing like this. If you're ever at a garage sale and you're shopping the shoes and you can get behind the table, sometimes you'll notice things. Like I did notice the Crocs from the back, so I did not notice that these were Crocs from the front. They do say so right here, but I was in a rush, battling the crowds. So that's a nice little tip. These are a women's size 6, but shop from the front and the back if you can. You're going to notice things. I've never had this style before, so curious to see what those are going to go for. Next up, we have this pair of Air Force Ones. These, of course, have a little bit of creasing on the toe. They'll probably end up going on Mercari or Poshmark. Smaller size 6.5, but these should clean up really, really nicely. I never pick these up because of how heavy they are, but all shoes here were $3. So this is a pair of Bogs. These are in pretty good condition. These are going to be a men's size 9. So actually in great condition. Like I said, I didn't have a chance to do a bend test or anything on any of these shoes. It was like scooping, get the shoes, and get to the next sale, because I'm trying to just get a lot of stuff processed and up for the weekend before I go to auction. So I did pick up a pair of cowboy boots. These are not a popular brand of cowboy boots. The brand is called Coconuts. I've actually never heard of this brand before. These are lightly worn boots, but it's festival and rodeo season right now. People are just looking for good deals out there. These are going to be a women's size 7.5 medium. So, I don't know. I'm hoping for at least $25 on those. We've got this pair of Sam Edelman shoes. These are fancy schmancy. This is going to take a special buyer to find and desire a shoe like this. But these are just in great condition on the inside. Oh, it looks like they're going to be a women's size 9, which is also a good size. A little bit of the beading falling off here. It's something I might try to fix, or I might just clip it off and disclose that it's missing a few. And then we've got this pair of Guess boots. I have invested a little bit of time with these boots, because we've got a little bit of a tangled mess on this boot right here. I'm losing my patience with this boot, so I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with these. I could have swore they were in great condition when I picked them up. This is a very cute boot, and just in really good condition too. So I'm going to look and see what these come for and decide how much more time I want to spend on those. Then I've got a couple pairs of booties. This brand is called Aquatalia, made in Italy. Never heard of it, but just a nice leather suede boot, very lightly worn. And then I picked up these. These are going to be Born brand boots. And these are also in great condition. Now that I'm looking at them, they do have a little bit of cat hair in them. I really tried to avoid things that are going to suck my time like that. So these might go into my project pile. Women's 8.5 on these. And then the last pair of shoes that I picked up at this church sale were these Kookaburras by Uggs. These are in great condition. Super cute, utilitarian style boot. This style is definitely trending. As of right now, we'll see if it's still trending in fall or not. These boots are going to be a size 8. I have not looked up comps on these boots. I'll probably list them for $8 to $10 less than everybody else is asking. So I did get 3 other things. Unfortunately, I picked up a small bag of fabric that was just a little bit too crusty and stinky to save. It was $1, but that's okay. It's the risk. It's worth taking the risk to maybe come up with a gem or two. I did pick up this hat. The brand is called Churchill. It's a size 7.5. These wool hats do great for me. This pattern rumored to be trending this fall and winter. So I did look around at the other hats. I mean, there were hundreds of people at this sale. It was very cramped quarters. So I was happy to just find one good hat. And then the last thing that I picked up was actually from another sale. So let me go ahead and get the clothing from the estate sale that I attended. All right, now on to the estate sale. I did get there about 45 minutes after the estate sale started. There was a large walk-in closet just packed full of clothes. A lot of them were store brand clothes. So a lot of these pickups were strictly based on style, not necessarily brand. All clothing was $2 a piece, so it's worth taking the risk to me. So first of all, we have this maxi length tank top dress. This is going to be like a black velvet dress with a little burnout type style. Then I've got quite a few new old stock pieces in here. So we've got this kind of ankle length skirt. Does have an underskirt that goes almost all the way down to the bottom. Nice lightweight piece for summer. These tend to do well for me. Anything that's going to be kind of cagey fishnet see-through. So this is also a new with tags piece. Then we've got Christopher Banks. I absolutely loved the pattern. This is an all-over pattern on this piece right here. I'm curious about the content because this feels pretty soft. So it's going to be 100% acrylic. Eventually I'll find some cashmere pieces, but I've been keeping my eye out. This is going to be a size medium. The brand is Amberelle. Just a cute little baby doll top. I haven't been doing too well with the leopard and cheetah print, so I do believe this one is new with tags. Yeah, that's got kind of a weird like half sleeve thing going on, so we'll see. Then we've got this very pink pair of pants. The brand is called Happily Gray. These are a size medium. These look new and unwashed to me. This is going to be an ankle length pant. We've got a maxi skirt, brand Cute Options. Again, I really feel like she shopped a lot at Ross's Dress for Less, TJ Maxx, Fred Meyers. But this is just a cute tiered skirt. Long skirts are selling extremely well for me right now. We've got some St. John's Bay pants. These are going to be new with tags. 55% linen, 45% rayon. You know, this neutral color is doing great for me this year. Just a nice, straight, wide leg pant. Unfortunately, the size tag is cut out of this, but we'll just measure it and give it a good guess. Nice black and white piece here. Brand is called JM Collection. This is just a little button front cardigan. Super cute. Love the print on this. Nice lightweight. Then we've got a pair of DKNY jeans. These are going to be a boot cut jean. This is a smaller size. It is as a size 2. But I feel like the style is giving. So we'll give those a shot for $2. And then another new with tags piece. This is going to be a cut from the cloth. Nice semi-sheer layering piece. Nice button front top. More St. John's Bay. These are going to be a size 4 petite. And this, again, going with that kind of cargo pocket, utilitarian, military style. I don't know if younger folks are picking up St. John's Bay or not. These pants do have the ability to roll and be buttoned to turn into a capri. And we've got another piece with no size tag. That's all right. Love me some paisley and crazy prints. Then I hit a whole pocket of Columbia jackets. Nobody was picking these up, and at $2 a piece, I'm all over it. So this is going to be a size medium. A lot of these jackets feel like they have not been washed. They don't have the typical fuzz balls and what have you. Another size medium. I feel like this particular woman just loved to shop and had a little more clothing than she had time to utilize. Here's going to be another one in a different color pink, also size medium. These jackets I'll probably end up listing for $24.95 and take offers on. We've got a single Tommy Bahama piece. This is going to be a half zip, smaller size. This is a size small, but this is great magenta color and a little bit thicker, so this would be nice to transition into fall. Oh, I found another Columbia jacket. So that's a total of 5 Columbia jackets. She did have a couple of white pieces. Fortunately, a lot of them were stained. The brand on this one is called Kindred. This just has a little bit of a tie front right here. Really cool pattern on the back. Interesting sleeve. So we'll see. Unfortunately, this one, I felt like it had somewhat of an odor to it. So this is going to go into the wash pile, hopefully. And I'll put that like in a laundry bag so that it doesn't get caught in the agitator and get torn up. Brand is called Unity, which I do feel like a lot of the shirts that are missing size tags, as you can see, they have a similar pattern. I feel like those are Unity pieces as well. Another half sleeve piece, which you don't see too often, and this is a velvet piece. I'm hoping this one's going to do pretty well. This has a nice color saturation and a nice colorway with the royal blue and purple. There's going to be a size large on this one. Oh, I meant to look at this piece a little bit harder, but I forgot to before I left, so let's check it out. Brand is called Chambray. Another size large. She did not have too many size large pieces. This is going to be like a faux denim jacket. A little bit like ribbed waist band here. I don't know. I think this is cute. It actually feels super quality, so hopefully that will do well. Just a few more pieces. I've got another piece with a tag here. This is from Meier and Frank, so old stuff. So this is gonna be, oh my gosh, this is cute. Okay, so we've got some shoulder pads going on here. So this is like a charcoal gray, like mock neck maxi dress. It's got the bust line right here. This is very, very cute. Way back in the day, Meier and Frank wanted $100 for this. This is a size 8. This is probably something that I'll list in like the $40 range. Then I picked up one very green Liz Claiborne sweater. This is kind of like a sideways cable knit. I don't know, I just enjoyed the variety of patterns here. Oh, I usually don't pick up this color, as well as this neckline. I'm not a huge fan of this neckline. Hopefully somebody out there will be. It does just have like a horizontal stripe on the back. And then I believe this is another Unity piece. Yes, Unity World Wear. That's just a little V-neck. I mean, but just great patterns here. You know, I'm a huge fan of the pattern. This is more geared towards teens, I feel, but this is going to be a Karl Lagerfeld. Oh, interesting. It's got this Karl Lagerfeld Paris, it says here, size medium. I liked the bubble sleeve on this. It's pretty hard to tell in the video, but it definitely has a little bit of a voluminous sleeve here. I found one vintage Pendleton skirt. This is a cutie. So if you don't know Pendleton, there are plenty of, I guess, like sites or reference pieces on Pinterest where you can look up the different styles of Pendleton tags and try to figure out exactly when this was manufactured. This is going to be silk linen blend with the lining being polyester and a size 10. Really cute retro stitching. It's got pockets. This is a maxi length skirt. It does have a tiny split in the back. Really, really cute piece. Nice brown color. Interested to see what this is going to comp for. If I can't find anything like it and need to make up my own price, it's probably going to be around the $35 range. And then the piece that I was excited about pulling out of the closet, and this is the one hanging piece that I did pick up. The brand is called Clio. This is going to be a size large. This is just a fabulous, let me show you the back here. I mean, this thing is awesome. I'm a little bit sad that they didn't spend time to match up the pattern on the back, but that's okay. This is going to be a velvet, almost like, yeah, this is a knee-length jacket, complete with shoulder pads. It does have a collar. Just a really super cute piece. So I'm anxious to see something like this. I'm probably going to display on mannequin. And then just two more pieces of clothing here. Another Unity brand piece. This one does have a little panel of velvet on the front. I feel like this one hopefully will do pretty good for me. And the size is going to be large on this. I'll definitely be marking this piece up. I don't think I'll be willing to take anything less than $27 or $28 for that. And then we've got one more piece with tags from Ross's Dress for Less. Brand is called Madison Michelle. This is a style-based pickup. Look at this gorgeous floral shirt. It's really nice. It has a semi-sheer sleeve and a lined bodice. And then a couple of miscellaneous items. Mugs were 50 cents. I don't know, Alaska souvenirs sell extremely well for me. So here's a Mount McKinley mug with a totem pole, a husky, and a polar bear. With mugs, you're always going to want to check on the inside and make sure there's no crazing in the glaze. These all looked good. Cannon Beach mug. I don't know, this is just a cool mug. This is gonna go in my $5 flea market pile. And then I love this Alaska mug. Not signed. I'll just give all these mugs a quick wash. These two are probably gonna be listed online. And like I said, this one's gonna go to the flea market. And then a couple of other items that I purchased. I'm not sure where I'm gonna sell these yet. So here is a small cutting board. And these items they gave me for $3 for the bundle. So this is called a Yulu knife. And this is a little piece of walnut. This is a walnut display stand. So I've seen these knives before. I've also comped them before. I've never purchased or sold them before. They comp okay. Hopefully with them both being embroidered with the, or etched with the word Alaska in them, that they will do good. I also picked up 2 sealed sets of dominoes. So I picked up these dominoes. I'm not sure. Hopefully somebody on Poshmark will buy these and get their $6.95 shipping, because these suckers are heavy. I want to say close to 3 pounds. So shipping this on eBay is going to be close to like $15. The dominoes, they comped okay, like $15 or $20 a piece. Here are some Excalibur dominoes. These are sealed. They charge me $2 a piece for the dominoes. And then we've got this. I saw Care Bears here, and I was like, what is this? This is a Care Bears recipe book. Let's see. Oh, who's good with Roman numerals? MCMLXXXII. Maybe 1983. Maybe. Recipes I love. Ooh, what's this? Oh, there's a little note in here. Let's see. For blackberry and apple jam, here's a little recipe. This is super adorable. As far as I know, looking through this is not, oh, you know what? It has been written in. That's okay. I'm going to sell it with the recipes in it. Somebody is going to love this book. Tender Heart. This was my Care Bear when I was a child, so I'm partial to anything that I find that's Tender Heart. And then the last thing that I picked up, they sold me for $5 for the set. This really, really nice, thick-handled cheese cutter and cheese spreader. These do need some love. They don't have a brand on them. I can tell by the way that they feel that these are quality. I'm hoping to maybe get $20 for the set, possibly more. Love the color. So I got a lot of stuff. I think probably close to 70, 75 pieces for under $150. I'm extremely anxious to get this stuff cleaned and listed. I have, today is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 2 days to list the 60 to 70 pieces. I at least want to get photos taken, get all of my clothing items clean, hung up, all of my shoes cleaned, dried, and put away before I bring stuff in for the auction. So thanks you guys for checking out my express haul this morning. I did all of this shopping and was home by 11 o'clock in the morning. So, get out there early, snatch up the deals. The season is here. You don't have to stop at every sale. There are going to be plenty of good things out there. There's plenty enough for everybody. Be patient with the crowds. Thank the people that are running the sales. They'll remember who you are, especially if you're going to an estate sale. Make friends with those people. Bring your own bags. Offer to help them lift things. Oftentimes, I'll get deals from estate sales just for being kind and helping out other people. So, thanks again for taking the time to watch this video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Of course, I'm going to say, as I always say, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'm making a huge effort to really stay on track this time, you guys. I've had a lot going on, but I'm going to make a huge effort to post at least 2 to 3 times a week and be consistent because the season is here and I am going to be sourcing like a crazy lady. So I love to share my finds with you. Thank you so much. Take care. So long, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.